Awesome. Can I grapple more than one thing?
I
should put them both in a headlock.
Hey, cat, you want a truce?
You are sitting on a halfling and you have a crag cat in a headlock.
Off to see the wizard, strange relics in tow, when an unnatural howl rings, though from a person, not wolf, I know. The wolves pounce on us, even lacking their surprise. Their bite just as underwhelming as their bark, the lone survivor realizing they were unwise. Upon the manor we approach, a nice warm fire burns inside. Tapestries hang depicting magic's history. The wizard pauses to decide. Alas, our initial offer of relics fell unfortunately flat. My help you seek will cost you more than that.
Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of PeakD&D. Ha! Now, I was ready and you weren't.
I was cheersing my friends.
Well, okay, fair enough. Welcome. You've been cheersed, and we're going to play some more D&D today.
A cheers out of 2.
So, last time you made it to the wizard after beating up some barbarians. And he very politely welcomed you, showed you his cool rugs, and told you these magic things that you brought are all very cool, but they suck. I don't want them. And that's about where we stopped.
These are great, but they suck.
His glowing third eye examining all of the items and is like, no, none of these are what I'm looking for. Terribly sorry.
Yes.
But we were told that you were coveting these of the War Priest Danton.
Oh, well, certainly. I have told Divessa Shane on time and time again that the item I seek is at the Temple of East Haven. Unfortunately, it's not any of these.
Kane?
Is he holding out on us? Does he got other stuff?
I can only assume so. I'm so terribly sorry that you've come all this way. But I don't think that any of these items, intriguing as they are worth the risk of attempting to fight a dragon of the size you've described.
I may have over-exaggerated on the size.
I don't think you did.
I mean...
He has a third eye, my friend. He sees right through you.
You don't want me to roll deception.
I don't think we do.
So then, what item do you covet from the temple?
Well, I would have gladly told you if I knew. But the item I'm seeking is tied a little more intrinsically with... I suppose you could call it old magic. These are remarkable. They do carry some traces, and perhaps I might be willing to compensate you if I could study them. But I don't think I could accept this as payment for the service Divessa is requesting. I hope you can understand. Were the item to be brought to me, I would happily take that bargain. This is something of a passion project of mine.
Well, I believe we'll have to have a word with Divessa then once we get back.
Well, it occurs to me that you might bypass her entirely. I believe her intentions are good, but
She doesn't know where it is. We're gonna go to the guy who knows it.
Yes, I think that perhaps it might be better to speak directly to your, Danton, was it?
War Priest Danton. Yeah.
Yes, War Priest Danton, Mrs. Sorry. But I think perhaps speaking to him might be more fruitful. I wonder why he would leave this item out, knowing that I covet it so much.
I can't remember. When we were there, did he have any inclination of leaving anything out? Did we...
He didn't really seem to know what the deal behind any of the items he had was. But I don't know, maybe.
There might be something he does know.
War Priest Danton appears to be a doddering old man.
Doddering.
I am not entirely sure he has a clue of what it is you do want. And I'm not entirely sure you have a clue of what you do want. More just
So then we're in a very...
An inkling, perhaps. Well, perhaps there's a way that we might eliminate some of the extraneous. I would hate for you to make multiple trips only to discover that they weren't what I
that
wanted.
makes a few of us.
Oh, and we will not.
War Priest Danton has been fairly adamant that I am not permitted on the grounds. If you could convince him to reconsider that, then perhaps I could expedite the search a great deal. I believe I'll know what it is when I see it.
Why don't you just come back with us tomorrow, and then we will present the terms, and I feel like he will have precious little choice but to acquiesce.
Well, that
absolutely
is
agree.
in fact the implication I would like to avoid. I have been... Well, nobody really gave me permission to be here and to build this fortification. I wouldn't want to be seen to be behaving inappropriately. In fact, Duvessa has also indicated that my presence in 10 towns is a hazard. She seems to think that wizards attract all manner of calamity.
Like a big-ass white dragon.
Yet she asked
For
you to come
example.
to one of the towns to, yes, help her with her dragon. So I feel like this is not out of your means.
Well, it's certainly
Dragon's
not
up
out of
on the
my
pass.
means, but I would prefer to come invited, if that makes sense. It's a simple preference as to how I present myself. It becomes much more difficult to operate in this area if I wear out my welcome with the 10 towns.
I see your point.
I wouldn't
However-
wish to simply teleport into town, scattering vegetables everywhere,
That's
throw
fair.
open the doors of the temple and demand an item. It's
Of
no
course
way to
not.
make friends.
But you are coming with us, who has been sanctioned to make this acquisition
We'll
digress.
I
So if you
say-
come with us, I believe that will stave off any wrongdoings of yours that you seem to think that you have.
Well,
Plus,
that's
not
fair
to
and-
mention, they're asking for your help.
They are indeed.
So you kind of have the upper hand in this sense.
Perhaps some imposition is forgivable under those circumstances.
With escorts, of course.
Well, fair enough. Let me be candid. A few of my experiments are time sensitive, and I will need at least a couple of days before I can leave them in good conscience. If perhaps you would return to East Haven, prepare them with the knowledge of my approach, and smooth things over a bit, I think that should be perfectly adequate. I'll join you after.
How
let's
long is
see,
East Haven travel?
About a day.
Yeah.
How
But-
big is this place?
What's that?
How big is this place?
What place?
His
It's not huge. It's,
Would we all be
it's
able
a
to sleep
one-story
here?
house. What's that?
Would we all be able to sleep here from the outside and what we've seen inside?
Oh, certainly. Are you sure you wouldn't rather have the blankets? I'd be happy to open the guest bedroom to you.
I mean, I believe that if we go to East Haven again, I think it should be in consort.
We'll go ahead. We'll let him know he's coming. Is there a way we can get in touch with you without having to come back?
Oh, certainly. Here, he rummages through a bag and hands Triss a scroll.
Look, it's a piece of paper. That's awesome.
Look, I'll write on it a message, and we'll give it to Kevin because he's so smart.
Kevin can find his way back.
I
here
would
in a
advise
second.
against all of that. But it is a simple spell. It should be within your capabilities. It will allow you to contact me with a message. Once you've prepared things and let me know that everything's all right, I will make my way into town. I think I can do it faster than
This guy doesn't want to travel with us.
Probably. Well, now,
one must have one.
She doesn't
standard.
even want to travel with
Alright.
us.
you're not mistaken.
It's Kevin, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm talking code. It's the drow, isn't it?
No.
it's definitely all right.
Great.
As much as I'm not too amenable to this plan. I believe it's the only one we have.
I remember when I first started. Don't worry. As you get more of the world in you, you'll be able to be more proactive with your plot lines.
I don't know much about magic, but I don't think we're going to drag him out of here with us.
I don't get out of bed for less than a legendary level magic item. I'm sorry.
How's about a teleport then?
If you're that good, you're that good.
Well, I could certainly arrange that. Yes, you will transport back to East Haven then?
That would be remarkable if we don't have to make the trek all the way back.
Oh, certainly.
We were certainly met by 6 different barbarous bandits that I would much rather not have to deal with again.
Well, reasonable enough.
And there are 4 of us.
I don't have the spell memorized this morning, but with a night's rest, I'm certain I could send you back in the morning.
If you certainly don't mind us sleeping the night,
by all
this would be
means.
much more agreeable.
Thank you. It's been it's the most prolonged conversation I've had in ages. Well, besides with Reginald.
Your butler.
A certain wonderful bloke.
Quite nice, yes. Distressingly effective at his job, too.
But there will be 4 of us, just for sake. We do have Kevin.
Kevin's not sleeping in our room.
No, but
Is there
the
another-
teleportation, we're taking him
we have
with
a
us.
we have a large bird.
Foul.
It's an axe beak.
Right, thank you. An axe beak, then. Yes, that shouldn't be an issue.
Just making sure as far as the teleportation.
Or you could hold on to him. He's a great companion.
I don't think I have the means to feed an axe beak here. It is a...
He does have a taste for blood.
It is
after
rather
all.
smoked.
5 corpses up the road, man. I mean, just,
Not anymore. We gave it to him.
That dude took him.
oh, yeah, that's right. The pack of the wolf is eating them.
Well, this is
hungry like
this
a
is
wolf.
very much more agreeable if we could spend the night and teleportation tomorrow, so we don't have to trudge through a whole days of travel.
Certainly. I can...
Yeah. I thought that's what he was offering in the first place. I was
It
confused.
certainly didn't sound like it to me.
All right.
Well, this isn't what I want. Get the hell out. Try not to freeze to death.
That's what it sounded like. Go back to East Haven from whence you came.
Listen,
I'm no brute. Yes, by all means, feel free to stay the night.
I've seen The Wizard of Oz. He sends you on a fetch quest, then you come back, then you tell him he did it, then he says,
And then he
"No,
said-
fuck you anyway."
Exactly. Precisely.
Distressing man.
Do you know him?
Remarkable control
Oz?
over illusion magic, though. Some
Yes.
really interesting theories. But
Yes, that would be great, Mr. Whitelaw. Thank you very much.
please, you can call me Doran.
Duran.
Duran.
Duran Whiteclaws.
Duran Whitesnake.
Am I gonna get on?
I don't know why I'm strumming a banjo.
Thank you.
This is how you play the guitar, right? I don't know.
I mean, I'm strumming a zither going along to that, so...
Thank
it's
you
fine.
for your hospitality. We will be delighted to be your guests.
Thank you very much. Yes, you're quite welcome. That's the proper response. Well, fair enough. It's late at night. I must be getting tired. This port is a little strong.
Indeed. Great it is.
Let's bed down.
Yes, well, please feel free. I will retire to my own chambers for the evening. Thank you very much for the conversation and for the interesting collection of relics.
If I might trouble you, I don't know how much rest you do need, but I would love to sit here and talk to you and hear about the rest of your tapestries while the boys go to bed.
Oh, well, if you're interested in my work, I
And then I'm
suppose
just
we
gonna milk him for as much camaraderie and schmoozing and socializing through the night, and I'm gonna go pass out in on the bearskin rug.
Yeah, he's happy to tell you about how much he enjoys.
I'll pass out in time, but
weaving.
I would certainly be a fly on the wall for that,
Interesting.
for those conversations.
Hey, Tony, call high or low for me.
Oh. Hi.
Cool.
Cool.
So, there is a period of time where he's discussing the art of weaving. You've moved from the history to the actual craft.
Okay.
And he tells you about how satisfying it is to sort of knot the strings together, to just knot all those strings. It's almost like weaving magic together. And, holding a thread of string in your hands
I'm going to
is
bed.
just...
Have a good night.
What's with him?
Oh, where to start?
Fair enough. Fish out of water?
What gave it away?
Fair enough. But anyway, really, weaving a string into a tapestry is really akin to weaving magic. It used to be called the weave. The fashion is, the term is out of fashion now. And he keeps talking for as long as you will permit him to talk.
Yeah, well, so I actually, cats are crepuscular, man. So I actually prefer nights, and I'm happy to sleep in until all hours. So I will keep him drinking as long as the port is flowing and he's talking.
So somewhere about 3 a.m. is when he's finally too tired and port drunk to really form a coherent sentence.
That's okay.
So he is, that's about how long it takes.
Great. Yeah, and then I'll just go curl up into a cat ball on the bearskin rug by the fire.
Now, while you're doing that, would you roll me perception?
I will. 15.
Interesting. So, Tris, as you are heading into the room, your compatriots are already asleep. You are pretty sure you hear footsteps. Very light footsteps. Yeah, why don't you put
perfect.
people...
Light footsteps, you say?
Yes, put people where they be.
Coming from inside the house, I assume.
Yes, the direction of the from the sitting room.
Oh, well then I would definitely I would like to hide in shadows and attempt to go...
Okay, give me a stealth
check. That's what they call it these days, right?
Indeed.
Hey.
Ooh, 23.
That's what the kids are calling it.
23, all right. You don't see anyone,
Bend bars, lift gates.
but the door does seem to open a little tiny more than it was.
To which room in the sitting room?
Into the sitting room from the foyer.
Is it this one?
Oh.
That's the one with the bar tables.
Oh, okay. Okay. The same room that.
Sort of
with
like right
tapestries.
next to you.
Yeah, the room you guys were. The room with the tapestries.
Gotcha.
Well, now, I appreciate that you're trying your darndest to be quiet, but I do have some sensitive ears.
There is no reply, but you also don't hear more footsteps.
Let's see. Can I couldn't,
Very fair.
yeah, I wish.
I have it, but I'm asleep.
You are.
Unfortunate.
In that case, I would like to attempt to use prestidigitation to create the most rancid, wretched smell that I can think of in the vicinity in attempts to get them to give themselves away.
Interesting. Now that's fun.
Yeah, exactly. Like the worst.
Cat farts. Oh, God.
Yeah.
You hear a cough. And then footsteps very quickly.
In which direction does it appear?
Into the room toward the bar.
I would like to pursue.
Alrighty. So, let's put you.
You ever had a cat that just like bangs on the piano in the middle of the night, like runs around on the blinds?
Max is just running up and
that's
down
what's
the
going
hallway.
on.
For sure, yeah, no, I've got the zoomies for sure. Like this is happening.
Zoomy cat zoomies.
Alright, so you are
he's got
moving to
cat zoomies.
intercept, essentially.
I am.
Alrighty.
There's been too much invisible stuff happening with portable holes being stolen and.
That's true.
Yeah, all my money.
Alrighty. So you get in front. You just kind of like make your stance pretty wide.
Yeah.
Get your whiskers pointed
Exactly.
out so you've got
Exactly.
as
Tail, like,
much
twitching, yeah.
data as
Look
possible.
as big as possible.
Cover as much area. You feel something move past your tail.
Okay. Am I?
Perception?
Yeah. What's behind the bar? What's on the ground? Well, yeah. Past my tail would be like toward the bar.
Yeah,
Or-
it looks like it's trying to jump. Whatever it is, it might be trying to get behind the bar.
Okay. In that case, how?
Kick his ass, Seabass!
No. How where's the nearest tapestry?
The nearest tapestry is actually right behind the bar. That would be...
So yeah, part of me would like to leap up on the bar and attempt to drop the tapestry on whatever's invisible to reveal them, if I could.
It looks possible. It is affixed to the ceiling, but you could, in fact, slip it from the nail.
It's gonna be Tides of Chaos.
Sorry, folks, just punch the microphone.
We'll use some Tides of Chaos and see if we can't make that happen.
Alrighty. So, let's see here. In order to do that, you're doing it through mundane means, not magical, right?
Yeah, I don't think I have any, because prestidigitation could like snuff oil and like clean and soil.
Yeah, but I don't think it can move an object.
It can throw doors and windows and stuff open. Like you could probably knock that tapestry off.
Oh, you know
that
that's...
can create a non-magical trinket for an illusion, mark with a symbol, chill warm flavor, clean or soil an object, light and snuff a candle.
You could, you could like billow the tapestry with
Harmless.
prestidigitation. Maybe that knocks it off the
Sensory
hook.
effect. I'm good doing it mundane. I got claws and shit.
All right.
I mean, I don't want to ruin his.
The cat's in the curtains again. Damn it!
Exactly. If he had a tree, if he had a scratching post, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, so let's call this an attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah, with finesse, if applicable.
Okay. And I'm going to use the Tides of Chaos. But, okay, so plus the things. 22.
22.
Nice.
All right, you are pretty sure that you've dropped the tapestry right onto the person or thing that's invisible. You can see it kind of like flailing under the tapestry.
At which point I'm going to start making more noise. Like the type of noise to wake... Actually, at this point I'll use prestidigitation to attempt to wake people up.
Alrighty.
Gong.
Everybody make perception rolls. Oh dear.
Oh, wow.
Do we have to make them a disadvantage because you're
You do have to make them a
unconscious when you're
disadvantage because
sleeping?
you're asleep, yes.
Yep.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, this sounds good.
18.
We are dead asleep. We had a lot
right.
of port.
Mina Morlin, you wake up. You appear to
what
be the only
noise?
one who's woken up.
Perception. I got a 6.
You are dead asleep.
A cat screeching. Yeah, totally.
No, potatoes.
Now,
Bone palace.
friend, there have been entirely too many invisible things about. What is your business?
I'm
You
gonna
are cornered.
listen in on the door with my hand on the handle, like ready to go in, but just listening.
Cornered like a mouse.
I pull out my crossbow. Shut up! No.
Hell and damnation. Fires of eternity.
No, I don't suppose that we could just part ways amicably.
Is that who I think it is?
I don't know. Who do you think I am?
Well, you sound like an acquaintance I met in a different city.
Oh, I'm sure that he's very nice. Hey, what's that over there?
No, sir. I do not fall for it.
Fair enough.
Let's have us a conversation like civilized folk.
All right. Boy, the weather here in Icewind Dale, or wherever the heck this is, just cold all the time, right?
Seems like it. And what you doing creeping around this house all invisible?
Well, you know how it is when you're on the adventurer's path. You know, sometimes you walk out your door, you find new things to do, and you end up in wizard's towers. Craziest thing, right?
Do I feel like I know this voice?
You don't think so?
I don't? Okay.
Sounds like a tinny feminine voice,
And
which
what,
is not super great at coming across when coming from me. But I should specify
No,
that.
you're good.
Well, now, what have you been looking for in this here wizard's tower?
Oh, you know, I just lost my glove, and I would love to have it back.
An old ratty leather glove?
Yeah, you've seen it?
Well, I might have heard something about it. Something
Roses
about
in the Hem?
roses in the hem. Maybe something about illusions for demonstrations.
Does my door open in or out?
Let's see. That room, the door opens in.
In towards me?
Yeah, in towards
I'm going to try to open the door as stealthily as possible, and I rolled a 23.
Okay.
Just like crack it
Yeah. Okay.
and see what I see.
Just having like
Drowning in footwear.
And see, what the scene is, I guess, at this point.
Max appears to be talking to the bar.
That's how
And
drunk
or
I am.
a tapestry that's...
And a tapestry is fallen on the ground.
and a
Yes.
lump under a tapestry.
Now, this wizard is thinking about doing us a tremendous amount of favor. What reason have I not to alert the entire household to this pilfering?
'Cause I'm asking you nicely.
And who might you be?
Oh, my name is Bye. And the something like shoots out from under the tapestry and runs toward a corner of the room.
I open the door.
You see something. You see like. Well, you don't see anything, but you're pretty sure you heard movement in the room.
But
Triss, what's happening?
something invisible's in here trying to steal things again.
In here?
Well, it was cornered under the tapestry and then it flew away.
Halfling dash! The door back out to the foyer swings open.
At that moment, at the foyer, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire.
Very good. What's the radius on that?
Like, if I can do it inside, in the door square.
Yeah, basically just, they hit the square
It's
with the
a
door.
20-foot cube /
20-foot
10-foot radius.
Okay, so, the 10 feet on each side. Alrighty. You outline a small, capital S small, in game term small, outline of a figure who is currently hauling ass out the front door and into the snow.
Well, after him.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Or her. I couldn't tell.
I would like to cast. How long will that last?
Can I have
Concentration
try
for a minute.
Oh, okay.
hear any of this and make
You can make another
check
perception check at this
As a
point.
bonus
For me,
action,
yelling.
I would like to cast
Not yelling, but-
Expeditious Retreat. And then I would like to begin running and dashing to keep up with said half.
I got a
Okay,
dirty,
so
I got a
what's-
dirty 20 that time.
What's your dashing speed?
No wild surge.
Cast
My
circle.
dashing speed. So I will be going at 60.
Yeah, you got cat speed. So
Well, yeah. So I can. So Expeditious Retreat will let me use a bonus action to dash.
right.
So 60 feet per round.
Yeah. So 60 feet per round.
So you can
essentially.
go 60 feet. Yeah.
And then one round I can go 120.
But then you can't move after
But then I
that.
can't move after.
Yeah, you
that.
got to close
So
distance.
like in 2 rounds,
You
you have
can do a cheetah
180
sprint,
feet.
basically.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty
fair
much.
enough. Fair
So
enough.
I'm hoping
180
to be
feet
able.
in 12 seconds.
Yes.
Cat speed. Oh my god, how are you so fast? Make an attack roll, I guess.
Where is
Let's,
this?
Ben, can we put some snow up?
Snow
where is
on
this
the-
happening?
On the map.
Snow on the map.
We're outside the house.
At this point, she is sprinting out of the building.
That was not a pretty attack roll.
You have advantage. Fairy Fire.
Oh.
Yeah, fairy fire gives you
Oh,
an
cool.
Fairly certain.
I mean, that's twice as good, but still terrible.
Well, actually, she's still invisible because she hasn't attacked. So,
But
yeah,
Fairy
it just-
Fire gives her advantage. Or
Yeah.
If she got
yeah,
affected
which
by it, she
negates
gets
the
advantage.
disadvantage you have
I
for
see.
attacking an invisible creature.
Okay, great. 7.
7. Okay. So your first swipe misses.
Got a little snowy field.
I'm sure you're aware of this, Nick, but it does say any attack roll against an affected. Not that it mattered, I don't think, because your other roll or object has advantage, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible. So I'm not
Oh,
exactly
okay.
sure
So
what
it
that
does
means, but
actually. No, that is an advantage thing. So yeah, you
I
can
don't
make.
think your 6 really matters.
So then, so 10.
Okay. Well, 10 is still not.
Yeah, I
Fair
figured
enough.
it.
But thank you for establishing that. Now we know how that works.
And then I would like to say, did you... Please tell me you're the one that stole the portable hole from that terrible man.
Maybe.
Alright, well, that was the only good word. Okay. That
As
was
soon
my
as
round.
I hear Mino yell and cast that spell, I'm not putting my armor on. I'm just grabbing my axe and I'm running.
Just running out into the snow.
Just running after.
Triss
this.
is after something.
Making up
something
this-
invisible.
we got the scent. She's on the scent.
I'm
If I see a
obviously
glowy
following.
thing, I'm heading towards that.
Yeah, you can see a glowy thing. It's moving quite fast, but yeah.
Violet.
Triss
It's in
is
violet.
faster.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna try to like harry it and keep up. You know how it is, like
I'm gonna try to. I'm
How
just
it
gonna
be?
keep on the tail of you, which I can't, but I'll do my
Halfling dash, halfling dash, halfling dash.
I'll do
And
it.
you're like,
Yeah.
cat.
yeah, pretty much.
So you guys are using your respective go fast abilities.
Yeah.
And I'm just huffing and puffing.
Yep. Same.
Double dashing.
Same.
60 feet around.
Yep. Same.
Okay, so at this point, things have gotten contentious enough that we might do an initiative.
Okay.
Just to establish the order of operations here.
Yeah. So I guess if I were to sell out and move, I could go 90 feet in a round.
Sell out and move. So
But then I could also go 180 one round.
yeah, for one round you can go bam
Choose
and
a
just
round
clear a
wisely.
whole ass field.
Pretty much. Okay.
How much?
14 for initiative.
14 for initiative, very good. Who's got that beat?
16.
Mina Morlin?
12.
Okay, so Kane and Triss and Mina Morlin. Bad guys first.
Great.
Bad guys are running, and we'll say that sets you guys up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
slow dudes who just joined are over here. Triss, you're here. Glowing over here. So
Whoa.
she will get the hell away from you as best she can.
How long has it been to this point of me casting?
Let's see. It's been pretty instant. We'll say this is the third round. Of
This
your
is start
turn.
3, third round? Okay.
Yeah, this is the third round
Because
of
it
Fairy
does,
Fire.
Fairy Fire will dissipate at some point. So.
Yeah, it'll. I think it's a minute.
Don't let her get to
Yes.
the tree line.
All right.
Don't let
Kane,
the tree line.
you are up next. What would you like to do?
Book it. I'm just running. Double dash.
60?
Yeah,
Can't
12.
get much farther than that because she had to
squares.
disengage.
Hey,
on this
what's
turn.
up?
So that was her bonus. She still could double. Okay.
For a
that
second,
works.
I think I see Triss, and then
Yeah. I just give you a coy little cat smile. I don't know if you can see in the dark.
Got.
no, I'm following the sparkly purple lights.
Oh, gotcha.
That's
Yeah,
about
that's,
all I can see.
that'll give you a good beat on it.
Yeah.
Well, also call high or low.
High.
Okay, yeah, you don't trip over anything or run headlong.
I'm
into
hoping
an
there's maybe a
obstacle.
little moonlight. I
What
don't
is
know.
How do you
it's
get to 90?
navigable. He just pointed out
I
a spot
can
on the moon, so you do have
Bonus
some.
act, move, and act. So if I use my action and
Because 60 is like right behind it.
bonus action.
So do you have something useful?
Yeah, if
After
I just
60
do
feet?
Well, yeah, I can just do 60 and attack.
Cool. That's where you're at.
Hey, thanks.
16 attack. All right. Are you trying to like grapple this person? Are you just done with them and are trying to slash? What are
No,
you
just trying to grapple.
okay.
Yeah, just trying to get him.
Trying to like corner or
Yeah, pretty
stop
much.
him.
16.
16. Not quite enough.
It's all right. We'll get there. We'll get there next round. Maybe. All right, that was me.
All right, Mina Morlin, you're next.
Well, great.
Just teleport. They're just giving them out like candy.
By the way, who does see in the dark? I know you do. Tristan, you
I
answer
certainly
yes.
hope so.
Okay, and that's 60.
I
feet?
have 100. I have 120 feet.
You have 120, right? Drow have extra good.
I feel so good in the. We should do
Why
this
don't
all
you
the
roll
time.
me
Tabaxi
a
have
perception
dark
check?
vision?
I know. What's up?
Tabaxi have dark vision?
Yeah, cats see good in the dark, man.
Cat eyes.
Do they really?
Cats
I thought they did.
You know, look it up again.
Wow.
I thought that was like an infamously stupid thing that
What
they
is
don't.
wrong with my rolling?
Like,
so.
they absolutely
dirty
should.
20.
A dirty 20. That's pretty good. You
I'm
are
not
pretty
afraid.
sure,
Dark vision.
Mina Morlin,
60
That-
feet? Oh, dope.
you are pretty sure that with a 20, you can
Well, I think
see
it's a cat.
some
It's an
movement
actual
coming
cat.
from the west.
From here?
Yeah, from your direction on the table.
Okay, so I moved and I acted. I'm fairly certain my bardic inspiration is a bonus action.
It is.
Don't let her get away, Triss. Bardic inspiration.
Waitress.
I ain't your damn waitress.
Awesome.
Wait, no, that's not what I meant.
Waitress. I haven't even seen the menu yet.
What menu? What are we talking about? I'll have a tea if you're ordering. That's me.
All right.
Also, to the west.
West.
Yes, Kane, over there.
I can see the purple lights. I'm going that
And
way.
bad guys. All
Oh,
right.
you'll see us soon enough.
Okay, well, screw this.
Kevin! Someone get Kevin in here.
He did.
How fast is he? He's actually pretty fast.
Kevin is pretty fast. I think he's like 40 or 50.
What's his
Probably.
speed? 50, yeah. So Kevin just comes like barreling down. It's just so funny. I love it.
She sees the bird coming and is like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
All right. You can make an opportunity attack, Tris.
Kevin,
She is not disengaging.
D6, advantage.
We'll see. I get to choose if I see if I need it.
I would just do it. Just use it. Use it, baby.
All right, fine. I'll be peer pressured into using your fucking bonus.
Use it, Tris. I
Use
promise.
it while you still remember it.
That's also fair. 23.
23, that is definitely enough. So she does not get that far. Well, actually, it depends on what you're doing. Do you want to try and restrain her, essentially?
I mean, I bet she's got a killer escape artist.
You're probably not wrong.
Yeah, just slow her down so my friends can catch up.
Just, like, basically just keep your hand on
Yeah,
her.
kind of just try. Yeah.
Okay, roll athletics. And you can roll that at advantage.
Okay.
Because you're really just trying to, like, grab hold of, like, one appendage and hold on.
Yeah,
And
and
you
then just
have
like
claws.
sit down.
Yeah, just like with your sheer mass, this
Yeah,
is
totally.
actually pretty doable.
We'll see.
just sit on top of her.
17.
17. Okay.
It.
You.
Them.
I think you might have her beat there. Let me double check her stats.
I was gonna say first.
Acrobatics 7. You had what?
17.
17. No, she had 14. You got her.
Okay.
So you have got what feels like a halfling-sized arm,
Okay.
and she is frantically pulling on it.
Yeah.
And,
no.
You can see in the purple outline that she currently is, she is reaching frantically into probably a pouch on her belt.
Sure. To do something.
Clearly trying to grab something and have it ready.
Yeah, probably something to stab me with. So super cool.
And
Really thought this one through.
let's see.
Didn't we though?
Roll perception.
I tried with Fire Man.
That was clutch.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. You see her, after she pulls something out of that pouch, like gesture with her good hand toward the tree line. And you can see that a few boughs are bending toward each other so that they form kind of an arch.
Okay.
Don't let her get to the ends.
Kane, you are next.
All right. I'm gonna
Just be wary of the west.
I'm gonna double dash, and then
You're keeping an eye on that, right, Tony?
Yes, but I'm gonna make.
Okay.
I mean, whether he listens to me or not, I'm gonna make it known to
Yeah.
him.
All right. So on your turn, I'll
12. I can
Fair.
get there. I will action surge
Now,
to.
now that I see this is like happening, then I will keep an eye on the west.
Yes. So I get to with unarmed fighting. I can.
Do all kinds of fun things.
all sorts of really fun things.
I mean, you're action surging, so dear lord, you're gonna. Yeah.
I get to like
You can do like
grapple them.
all
I have
your
a-
stuff. Yeah.
You
So I
woke
will-
up like
so,
20
yeah.
seconds ago.
Just like rolling out of bed, ready for fight.
What?
I slung the axe over my back, so I'm unarmed right now, and I'm just in my like.
I
Tunic.
didn't know you slept in the nude.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're in your
No, I'm naked. I'm
in your
buff,
long
in the
Victorian,
buff.
in your
Just-
floppy hat, your
yeah.
night hat.
Just like
Hat is what I was saying.
yes, my hat. Nice. So I will.
Advantage.
I guess
Yeah.
Very
if,
fire.
if it's an attack roll, yeah, it's advantage.
nice.
For what it's worth.
Whatever you're doing begins
Yeah.
with an attack roll.
All right. So that's a 24.
24.
Yes, and
That
then
will definitely.
so that's a
attack.
D8 of damage plus with my.
Oh, with
thing.
your
Yeah, so that's a
Unarmed strike.
With your
six- Yeah, 9 points of damage, and then I can use a bonus action to grapple.
Okay, so roll athletics.
So that is plus 7. That's a 19.
Okay, she rolled a 1. So not only have you captured this person, but whatever she was holding has gone flying out of her hands and lands here.
Okay. That's probably fine.
I know what I'll be doing on my turn.
It's you can see an indent in the snow, and it looks kind of like a key.
Okay.
No, you don't have to go by the indent in the snow. You can just see it now. She's not holding it. It looks like a shiny gold key.
Well, that looks shiny and pretty.
Indeed it does. Mino Moreland, you see from the west
Okay.
that these shapes have gotten much bigger.
Yeah, let me know where you. I guess like this.
Yep,
Is this cool?
that is cool. Where are my bad guys? My bad guys right here. So, you see what look like 3 enormous cats, wild cats of some sort.
Brothers.
On each of them,
They are cats.
they are large quadrupedal cats.
Fair.
On each of them is what appears to be a small lizard-looking creature holding what appear to be spears.
This has gotten crazy.
Are they with you?
What? No.
Oh, Dios mío. Okay, and bad guys.
This is sad.
You can still act,
acted.
of course. Yeah, on your turn, you see that they have gotten that close. They are now within range of your dark vision.
What the hell is this?
I mean,
Be closer.
just for those keeping score at home, how much sleep did we have? And I'm assuming we didn't get any spell slots back.
Not enough to get spell slots.
Cool.
You're like resting from 10
like-
p.m. to 3 a.m.
Well, I'm gonna assume I get them back.
Some of us.
Yeah, and I'm for what it's worth and see what kind of action economy I can get rid of. I'm gonna cast sleep right here.
Okay.
I know it's probably gonna get rid of the kobolds first, not the wolves, but hey.
All right. Roll your sleep damage.
Go D8s. You can do it. Would you like to borrow some, or you get enough?
Well, I had a lot until I dropped one. 2. Hey, there's my D20.
Do you want?
Easy there, boozy.
I have crag cats.
Grab it.
Oh, crag cats? We have
Yes, they
crag
are literally crag cats. You are right. I looked
I was
for crag
mistaken for a
cats.
crag cat.
21.
21.
They're in an unlabeled drawer, so
So
of
it's-
course you would
okay.
like.
20 feet from here, so probably the
Yeah,
the
the
kobolds.
kobolds are definitely going to get affected first.
Unfortunately.
24 is actually only enough to put one of the kobolds to sleep.
Jesus
But
Christ.
one of them is now riderless. Put a kobold on the map here.
Speaking of,
Riderless kobold. Put the,
oh, that's not concentration, so I still have concentration of reload.
yeah, if you could find some clever way to make
Well,
these minis
this
interact.
Spell is not nearly as useful as I thought it might be.
You got one of them.
This one's.
I say
want me to
myself in my
try?
brain.
All right. So you need more than you have
That's me.
put one kobold to sleep. One of the cats is now riderless. And that brings it around to bad guys. Original bad guy would like very much not to be grappled anymore.
Probably opposing checks.
So let's see here. Ben, you can make another athletics to hold on as she tries to break free.
I don't know if that's advantage, though. It's just.
Natural 20.
Okay, well, she's not going anywhere. She's wiggling hard. Holy crap, you're strong! Has anyone ever told you that you are very, very strong?
Not my turn.
Okay. And then these guys.
Great.
Well, the crowd cat's not being directed anymore, so it's just gonna leap over here and try to bite someone. You.
Great.
And it rolls a 4. So, misses.
It's even more of a betrayal for you.
It does. It hurts.
Let me see.
Cat on cat violence.
Cat on cat violence.
Cat on cat violence. It's so unfortunate.
Mindless. It's just senseless.
Okay. These guys gotta make perception checks. That guy.
One kobold just like he falls off.
After them!
Hey, Gordon, wake up! Sleeping on the job.
Probably what I should have done.
Are they
That
waking
guy
up?
might spot something.
Great.
Ooh, he spots the shiny gold thing.
Of course they do.
So this guy runs up,
Yoinks.
scoops that up, and fucks right off to approximately there.
Holy shnikes.
Crag cats are fast, man.
This guy
I don't have anything for this.
runs up and gonna go try and fight Mino Morlin.
Like you do.
Mino, you got an AC 14, is that right?
Unfortunately.
Advantageously attacking. Alright, he does hit you once. Hey, Mino Morlin, it's your favorite. It's spears.
It snowballs.
For 7 damage.
Almost enough to put me down.
You should have rested.
You tried.
We did. This is my fault. I'm sorry.
Alright. That is the bad guys. That guy just stays asleep. Kane, you are up next.
Well,
Great.
I'm grappling this guy, so I can't. My movement is halved if I drag it. I'm just gonna turn around and punch that wolf.
Just punch.
or the crag cat.
Yeah, just deck a mountain lion right in the
Heck,
face.
a mountain lion. Oh, that was almost another 20. So close. 17 hit that dude.
17 does hit that dude.
Nice.
Oh, I took a hit.
So that is 6, 5. It's 11 points right in his kisser.
All right, that cat looks surprised and angry.
Awesome. Can I grapple more than one thing? Or not? I don't think I can. I have a feeling I
Play the looking it up sign.
I should put them both in a headlock.
See if the one wants a truce.
I guess I could drop the gab. I could drop the halfling.
You could drop the halfling if you wanted to, but
Hey,
let's see.
cat, you want a truce?
I mean, he's not the brightest, to be fair.
No,
I am the smartest of all of us.
Well, you don't.
Yeah,
show.
actually, you can in fact try and grab hold of a second target if you want.
As a bonus
You got a halfling in a headlock, and you got another crag cat in the other.
I'm gonna try.
I like it.
I might. Oh, yeah,
my.
Nice.
that is a 23
All right,
on the
that's
crag.
pretty damn good. Cat rolled a 1.
Get over here!
Okay, you are sitting on a halfling and you have a crag cat in a headlock. Oh,
I
this
love
is the
my
game
gosh.
we play tested.
So
Great.
also, if I still have her grappled, she takes a 1 point of damage. Yeah. To one creature grappled by me. So at the start of each of my turns. So at the start of my turn, I didn't have the cat grappled, but now I can choose what D4.
Grab cat.
Can I have 3 people grappling?
You just need another arm.
Just now I'm gonna get the other one in a leg lock.
Oh, I got
Just
you.
like
I
headlock,
mean, as
headlock,
long as you can
headlock.
keep making reasonable arguments for your appendages, there's technically nothing
I
that
bite
says
the other
you
one.
can't.
That's my favorite thing. Okay, that's my turn. That's all my.
That's delightful. Triss, it is now you. There are cats everywhere and kobolds.
Cats and kobolds.
He is gone.
Can restrained creatures make attacks of opportunity?
I do not believe so. No.
Well,
Let me
they're
check the
move.
screen.
They're just grappled, so it's only their movement speed. That's
Yeah,
affected.
creatures' speed becomes 0, can't benefit from any bonus.
So it could
Attacks
still
versus creature have
snap at
advantage,
you.
creatures' attacks have disadvantage. So it can attempt it, but it will have disadvantage.
All right, we'll chance it.
it's still
So,
snap at you.
cat tains. We're gonna use super cat speed. So this keeps me my action, And I would like to attempt to make a sleight of hand check to grab the key.
Very well. Roll it, since you are trying to steal from a mounted target. Roll at disadvantage.
Okay. And it also has to attack me at disadvantage as well.
Yes, it's also...
I guess if it chose to, which I would imagine it does, but
yeah.
the cat, am I not the one that he's grappling?
Yeah, the one that, it has disadvantage. Well, it's a good thing it had disadvantage. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting you 12.
You are not.
Okay.
Oh boy. Roll well. Come on, Tris, you can do it.
Opposed perception.
I mean, that's not horrible.
19.
21. Ooh, very close. You like get your hand on it, but he manages to pull that away and yells, "Mine!" in Draconic. Do you speak Draconic?
No.
Well, then he yells,
Yes, I am a Kiwi. How did you know? Okay, well, that was me.
all right. Mina Morland, looks like your move next.
Yep.
Bring him over here. I'll get him.
Yep.
Here again, with 3 hit points and staring down a spear.
Yep.
It's not a great week to be Mina Morland. You're starting to think the surface sucks.
Kind of does. How do I feel about mounting this thing?
Well,
It's
it'll
got a
be
rider.
tricky.
How do I feel about mounting this thing?
Okay, well, the cat does not seem to be positively disposed toward you.
That's
So
fair.
you would be trying to involuntarily mount something that already has a rider. So I'm going to say disadvantage.
Obviously.
And probably also some wrestling if you're trying to like get that, take control of the mount from the kobold who's up there. But it would be a different situation than the one you're currently in. It's not like the status quo is great.
It's not.
Grab his spear. Pull him off.
That's not a bad idea either. Would that be like a disarm check?
I think so.
Forgot how disarm
That
exactly works.
I mean,
disarm. Oppose strength or dex check.
I think it's like grapple basically.
Disadvantage if opponent is holding with both hands. He's not. He has one hand on the reins. So
I'll put my light crossbow back and as my action for my attack, I'm going to try to grab the spear and yank it away from him. If he comes along with it, so be it.
all right. Roll strength or dex, whichever you prefer.
Dex. So acrobatics.
Yes. Well, you have ability. This is an ability check, so remember your +1.
That's an 11.
That beats an 8. You got a spear. Hey, that's mine.
Wow.
Oh, do you speak Draconic?
I don't know if I do or not.
Oh, well,
I don't think I do. No.
Well, in that case, he says. Draconic just sounds like that when spoken by kobolds. They're just hissing.
if it's
and
like a
making
dragon,
weird
it's
noises.
always.
Yeah, it's so weird to hear that in tenor as opposed
Yeah.
to deep, deep bass.
Yeah.
But,
For the kobold, it just sounds like quacking.
yeah, it's Donald Duck. Yeah, there we go.
You know Psyduck in Pokemon? It's like that.
Pokemon's fun.
How,
And they're not paying me to say that. I'm just a fan.
Sponsor.
I wish.
we're
Pokemon Company
persuading. We're
wouldn't touch
persuading an animal be more of an animal handling check.
It would be an animal handling check, yes. Well, the crag cats can't actually fight as long as the kobolds are steering them.
Oh.
That's how mounts work.
Yeah.
Fair.
I assume that your character has a basic understanding of the game mechanics of the world that he lives in.
I don't know, man.
I mean,
How do I feel about reactions?
what's
Unless.
How do I feel about a reaction bite?
Probably not. Not unless the cat was like well and truly rid of its rider. It doesn't really.
Interesting.
It doesn't even get its own turn, really.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
Well, it gets a turn, but it can only move.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I think if it's like mount, they can use their action to have it attack.
Gotcha.
But that's
yeah,
it.
but that's it.
Thank you very much. Cheerio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Kobold tries to punch you with its tiny kobold fist.
Great.
I got a
Kobold
3.
Fist of Fury.
Thank God, because if he didn't, he probably would have punched me to unconsciousness.
You got his spear. Hey!
However,
This isn't how banditry works.
a spear is a reach weapon,
That is true.
so in theory, if he runs by me, I can possibly poke
Yes,
him.
you could in fact use your
Sweet.
reaction to spear stab him if you wanted to.
That's me.
All right. Well, this Fuster Club continues.
Bonus action. Drink a potion.
There you go. That's my dude.
That's
I don't think I've used one of those yet, so yeah.
That's how PeakD&D
Hey!
does.
Max hit points.
Boosh.
Very nice.
10
Very
hit
nice.
points back, so I'm not on the brink of death.
Health potion well spent.
I'm helping you, Chris. Look what I got.
Running around with a spear.
A giant spear, just drinking.
I got a spear.
I took it from him.
Nice.
All right, bad guys. Halfling continues trying to escape.
Go ahead.
Do you have disadvantage now that you
9.
have 2 of them?
Not according to the rules as written.
Not rules as
Yeah,
written.
that's
Oh.
a 25.
Yeah, if you continue exploiting this, it might be a new rule.
You're sitting hot. You're
Yeah.
you're
is the
presumptuous.
It's
It's
other
like
dude
she's
gonna-
just like trying to work directly against your weight, and it's just not happening.
Has the invisibility gone away?
At this point, yes, it has.
Okay.
Oh, her
Yes,
actual
it is a
visibility.
yes. You
Okay.
can actually see her now. She is like grappling and actively trying to pull away and like slapping.
Oh, you're a girl halfling.
Yes, a girl halfling, dark-haired,
Of
caramel skin,
course, you're a girl, halfling.
wearing a hooded cloak, and looking at this moment incredibly incensed. And then these guys. Well, the guy who got a shiny thing is gonna just fuck right off.
Was I
And-
close enough?
Yeah, tax of opportunity.
Yeah, you can make opportunity attacks if you like.
I don't know if a spear's in my proficiency range.
Does
but-
that mean I can swipe for another sleight of hand, or just an attack?
I don't think you're getting an opening on the specific thing that you're doing. Is it?
So you don't have proficiency.
Is it a dex-based weapon?
A spear?
Can't remember.
I don't think so. No.
Not finesse.
It is not a
Not
finesse. no.
finesse.
Woof. Hey, it's a chance. 12.
12 will not hit.
21.
21 will hit.
I think the
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. The
He's the
kobold
one that
has
has
the
it,
key, but if we set him loose, then the cats are just going to try to eat us, I imagine.
Oh, probably. I mean, they are carnivorous beasts.
Yeah, cat on cat violence.
Cat on cat violence.
8 points.
Just stop the cat.
8 points.
from running away.
You
Stop him, too.
give the cat a good scratch. It looks like it wants to turn around and fight you, but the rider is urging it onward.
Okay.
All right, that will. So that guy will then go. How far do these things move? Now it's 80 feet that way.
So we want to do this.
Yeah.
80
Here's the
feet.
wrestling.
Yeah.
ring.
Bring the sleeping kobold closer too. That guy's still alive. He's just asleep. Right, and the guy who lost his spear is
About right.
also feeling kind of nopey about all this, so he's gonna run off after, not get quite as far. This guy is stuck in a headlock, so he's going to try and. Well, he's not even going to
do
try and
have a
break the grapple.
sleep
He's going
one
to try
now.
and maul you.
Yeah,
If we
probably.
want to go
So
Yeah,
he will roll that at disadvantage.
Have a little bit of ability
Yeah.
to pursue for a while. It just depends how much we want to.
I mean, one good sleight of hand roll.
Nope.
I'm just
With
gonna
an
kill the cat.
with a 12, it misses him.
Fireballs.
I don't have my armor on, so a 12 hits me.
Oh, a 12 will hit you. All right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
My natural armor class is 12.
That's right. I forgot you were naked. You're gonna take some damage. You take 13 damage.
Ooh, girl.
That's max damage for that guy. But
Damn.
well, you have a wild cat. Now. Try putting a tiger in a headlock. You're gonna
I
get
hope you'll
mauled.
learn your lesson to not fuck with me from now on.
Kevin, I need you.
I can bite or claw. Can't do both. All right.
Right.
So
Ouch, though.
That was
that guy
that's
continues
hefty.
sleeping, and Kane, it is now your turn.
All right. Well, he's gonna take 4d4 of damage just because I can just go squeeze him a little harder. Nice. 4 points of damage,
Another 4 points to the cat.
and then I'm gonna punch him in the head.
Can you?
Ah, That's a terrible roll. That's is an 11. Oh, I have advantage because he's grappled
Yeah.
by me. Great. Natural 20.
Oh, that'll definitely.
Yes.
You
So
only
that
needed
is
2 more.
2d8 plus 5.
2d8 plus 5. Dang.
So that's 15 plus 5, 20 points of damage to that guy.
Oh, damn.
Doesn't it feel good to do 20 damage at level 2?
It's awesome.
Yeah, you have put that cat in a sleeper hold and it has fallen, it has gone down for you.
That was for you,
That's
little
how
lady.
Kane beat a tiger to death with his bare hands.
Oh,
I mean,
It's a crag cat, it's not
still.
Still.
Naked. Fully naked in the snow.
It's like tiger sized. It's like 8 feet long.
Yeah, that's a large creature.
it's just very slender.
Nice. That's
Wow.
amazing.
Okay,
I'm
Tris.
so excited.
Well, I can dash and move and close 60 feet, and then I'm going to shoot a firebolt.
I would say that puts you probably in melee with that because you were still 10 feet ahead of it in this direction. So you might still be able to make it.
You can certainly make it to that one, but it seems like you want to shoot the one with the key. Is that
Yeah,
right?
I want to try to get the key.
I gotcha.
Yeah, and I would also like to try to stay away from like attacks of opportunity and
Reason.
so
You
like,
get to like
so
here.
like strafe to like over here.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think you're over there.
That kobold doesn't have a spear, so that's also helpful.
Oh, that is also helpful.
That is the one that
This
Tony
one.
disarmed.
This one does not.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gray one doesn't. The white one is still armed and dangerous.
Nice.
19 to hit a cat
And again, shooting. Yeah, as shooting at the cat, that will definitely hit.
with a firebolt. I don't suppose fur is considered flammable material, is it?
Well, not crag cat fur.
Cool. 5 points of fire damage.
5 points of fire damage. Owie. Cat is still up, however.
I think that doesn't apply to like worn items, and I would argue that fur is worn.
I would spare.
I'm not sure what else it would be.
Yeah.
Mina Moreland, you are next.
This has been Ben's opinion of Dungeons and Dragons.
Were you going for the cat or the rider?
I'm trying to get the shiny thing. But the cat. Shoot the cat.
Thank you.
I heard shoot the cat.
You're welcome. Yes, not me.
Oh,
Shoot the cat!
I'm going to light
Hush up,
crossbow at the cat, at the one running away that has taken damage.
Gotcha. Excuse me.
Now I'm intrigued.
that tiger would have gone for you too.
That wasn't a 20, but 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Hey, 11 points of damage.
Nice. Cat, it's not looking great.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That was a good hit. Bonus action. Tris, finish the job. Bardic Inspiration. Bonus action.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know exactly what job we're finishing, but finish it.
I'm not sure either, to be perfectly honest with you. But she
I
dropped
can't run
something.
as fast as you.
It's okay. Yeah.
Kobold.
That's
sleeps
me.
in the-
I bonus action Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, that's me.
Gotcha. Kobold, who's asleep, continues to sleep. These two.
You can move us back everywhere if you want.
Dash another 80 feet. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Still off the map here. So 40 feet-ish this way. Here, this bar means 40 feet.
And I'm way the fuck. You can just leave me in my little corner. Okay?
Yeah, we can leave you in your corner. You
That's
basically know what you're doing at this point.
You've killed a cat.
This guy's way over there.
You've taken your victory lap here.
Sleepy kobold is over here.
Yeah, sleepy guy's fine. All right, so it costs 40 feet of movement to get past the bar, and that is what we will call it. And then we're back around to Kane, presumably keeping control.
A D4 of damage to her, 1 point.
1 point.
Not
As I
sure if
just
you want to
like-
kill her.
I just suplex. I'm just like.
Well, you can choose not to with the final blow in this. So there's,
Yeah. So that's is she contesting the, like trying to sneak away?
she is in fact contesting.
Okay, then 25.
25. Very good.
Yeah. I'm not gonna punch her in the head though. I'm just gonna
Fair
hold
enough.
on.
All right.
Your restraint is legendary.
I would, however,
Squeezing her for 4
I
points.
would,
every
however,
free-
like to drag her towards my friends to keep up, but I can only move half distance.
So that would be 15.
Go
So
towards the sleeping kobold.
I can go, and because I didn't take an action, so I can dash with her. So I
So
can
that
go
would be
30.
30. Yeah, you could take basically a full move, dragging her along. In
Yeah.
a headlock.
Come on. We gotta go save Fancy Pants. He's gonna fall. No, he's really he's gonna go down. I know it, but like,
You weren't far off about a round ago.
that's my turn.
Tris, you are next.
Slowly
dash
seeing them in the
move
distance.
will give me 60 feet.
It's like 20 feet away from the bar.
Yeah, so 20 feet away from the bar.
Yeah, 20 feet out from the bar. This is you.
Yep.
But in theory, I was only like, so they can only move 80 feet.
You should be 30 feet away from them.
Yes.
Because you were you're about
Yeah, I was about 20 last time.
20 last time.
Cool.
So 40 feet away. From
Yeah,
them.
that's where you.
That, yeah, I'm good with that. So then I'm going to firebolt the cat again. Whoa.
What the?
Whoa.
Way
I
under.
bet it's a 20.
We're never getting that one back.
Is it even worth with the bardic inspiration?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I don't-
I'll
well-
listen to you. Even if it's a 6, I mean, it would.
You hear Mina
What do
Morland's
you have?
voice in the
Plus
back of your head.
I
Don't
mean,
do
of course,
it.
that's
9. Yeah, I know.
I mean, if you roll 3 or higher. I think you have a
Meanwhile,
pretty solid
Kane's
chance.
going to be eaten by winter wolves.
Yeah, bardic inspiration. Does a 12 hit the crag cat?
It does not.
I thought 12 might be.
That's okay. That was me this round.
All right. So that is Tris, Mina Moreland. You are next.
I think I can get to like the edge of the bar. Barely.
So,
Not even.
yeah.
Am I still in crossbow range? I can't recall.
It's 120 feet.
So
Yeah.
then yes.
Yeah.
I
I think I'm
long
probably
range-
right at
long
the
range
edge of
is,
that. I think I'm at the edge of that.
long range is 300. So
Oh, it's 120 to 300.
yeah, well, like without
Disadvantage,
disadvantage, you
It's
can
up to 300.
max range is 300.
Okay.
300
After
something.
120, it's disadvantage.
Yeah,
I
after
will
120,
shoot.
it's just-
I'm gonna shoot it.
Do it. Redeem me.
Nope, I rolled 1 less than you.
Oh boy.
Yep, that's a 5.
Twang.
All right.
Nope, an 8, but still not enough.
Bad guys continue
Yeah.
heading west.
You can just move me.
5, 10,
Yeah.
15, 20.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
That, yeah, because you're going to move up on your turn anyway.
Yeah, totally. And they're still within range, so I'm gonna shoot.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, it's Kane's turn first, but
Yeah.
Kane,
Go ahead.
you're probably.
She's gonna take. What's this key? What's this thing everyone's after?
It's a key. I can use it to go home.
Where's your home?
An extra-dimensional tavern in the middle of nowhere. Why are you asking so many questions, asshole?
I want to go there.
Quick,
Take full points of damage.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Take me to
Can
it.
you
Where is
please
this tavern?
ease off the neck?
Can you get me that key back?
I would happily love to, but I think it's getting further away.
Faster than my cat friend.
I don't know. How fast is a cat?
She really fast.
Probably not then. She caught up to me pretty dang well.
You help us get this key back. Oh,
Your key? Hit its key? Her key?
yeah, no, you're not going anywhere.
Not without the key, I'm not.
Well, to be honest, I can move a lot faster without you, without holding you.
Oh, my heart's breaking for you.
It's like existential crisis.
I know, like, do I keep?
Do I leave you?
I'm so
What do
angry,
I
I
do?
forgot my accent.
Ay, Dios mío. You know what? I'm gonna drop the grapple and say, let's go get this key.
It's about 400 feet that way.
Great, well, come on, pendejo, let's go get it.
I like your pendejo as well.
I'm gonna put a separate guys up here.
Probably not a bad idea.
my gosh.
All right, Tris, now it is your turn.
Okay.
Presumably taking another shot.
Yeah, firebolt! Do it! I should have kept the other one. Same thing.
All right, still a miss.
Bows.
I still have a couple more rounds before I have to like. figure out something else.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Do it!
All right. Minimorland.
I can't have that many more hit points. We're
That's-
a handful of times. About 20 points.
I'm about to say, it's not in great shape.
25.
Oh.
Let's see.
To hit.
25, and you are close enough. Yeah, you can do it.
I think I'm like 180 feet at this point after moving even. 6 points.
Still not quite enough to put the cat down.
That's all I
It's
got.
okay, we got one more.
All right.
got.
Oh, it's 80. It's 80 and 320 is the range for a crossbow. Sorry.
8320. Gotcha.
So
These
up to 320 feet.
Yeah, that's
So
max.
between 80 and 320 should be disadvantage.
Yeah,
Yes.
between 80 and 320 is disadvantage.
Oh, well. Should I re-roll that then?
I mean, we'll let it stand for this round. Just keep it
Yeah.
keep it in mind next time.
I see. Okay.
Okay, so bad guys won. Half lady is gonna haul some ass and still be very far behind the rest of the group.
I am intrigued.
I'm trying to keep up with her.
And bad guys 2.
Put some pants on.
All right, bad guys 2. They are going to try and lose you.
Okay.
So they are essentially going to make a stealth roll.
Barnaby?
So we'll oppose that with your perception.
Okay.
Since you two are the closest and your perception is better than survival, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You can both do perception. Well,
I'm certainly further away.
you're certainly further away, and it's also nighttime, and they're beyond the range of your dark vision. So roll this at disadvantage. It
That's
is
fair.
still possible to spot them, but it's moonlight.
Yeah. But he's regular. She's regular.
Well,
Yeah.
my dark vision's only 60 feet, so they're probably at the edge.
Yeah,
of
they're
mine.
they're.
But you're at the edge of regular. Like, this is your last chance.
Yeah, you
for
don't
perception.
necessarily need to be able to see them with dark vision to spot which way they
Gotcha.
bank.
There it is.
Do I? In the perception check.
Natural 20.
All right. Yeah, you managed to keep the bead. Mina Moreland, what you got?
10.
You got a 10. Okay, Mino, you are going to lose them. Triss, you still have a bead on them. So when your turn comes up, you still can close your distance, take a shot. All right.
I can't see them anymore.
Kane hauling ass, I assume.
Just double moving
Kane's hauling
into the
ass.
path.
Triss.
So then this round, I'm actually going to sell out and move 90 feet. So I'm going to close the distance by 30 feet
Close the distance
for
by
the next round.
Yeah.
30.
So yeah, at the start of presuming they do what they do next time, the same thing. That's where it will be.
I gotcha.
Nice.
They are going to. Well, it's not their turn yet. Mina Moreland, still hauling butt.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Can I even see Triss?
I don't even know.
Well, that's she doesn't have that. No, the fairy fire's on the halfling. So, yeah, I'm afraid you
Perception
are.
at all, or
You can try another perception check. Yes.
for what it's worth? Yeah, no, that's a 10. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do at this point.
Let's see if the kobolds realize something.
Here's to hoping no.
Here's to hoping.
How? I know this is a very bad map for stuff, but how far away do I feel I am from?
At the rate they were
Triss?
moving, you saw that they were trying to juke you, essentially. They were trying to, like, throw you off the trail and get out of line of sight. So they probably weren't able to move in a straight line the same amount of distance.
How far was I away from Triss at this point, do you think?
Let's see, you were, I think, 20 feet behind her when we started this.
So probably...
So I think you're probably close to 100 feet behind him at this
Okay.
point.
If we can be 120 feet-ish, then maybe... I might-
It's in the ballpark of 120. I'm comfortable with that.
Nice. And I'm probably at least another.
You're
100
probably
feet.
another couple hundred feet.
Yeah, I'm
behind. This
way
this turned into a high-speed chase.
I'll get there when I get there.
Yeah, it's all right, man. Slow and smooth.
So
Just
if I-
following
so-
the glowing halfling through the woods.
So if I book it for 60 feet, that means she's within 60 feet.
That would be the case, yes.
But you only have a bonus
But
action.
you'd only have a bonus action, and you're not entirely sure in what direction she and the kobolds are.
So I'm gonna go 30 feet, and then 120 feet in front of me, which 30 feet in front of you.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights.
Okay.
That's
fair.
what it's worth. So
Oh yeah, laser pointer to cats.
Call high or low for me, Tony.
it's 4. So it's 4 lights within range: torches, lanterns, glowing orbs in the air. They each radiate 10 feet radius.
So
I'll
you
try
can
to-
kind of fan them out.
I'm gonna
like
fan them out like in a diamond, so it's like 10 feet away from each other.
No, that's
but
solid.
30 feet. The prominent point is 30 feet in front of Triss.
Okay. So let's see how good a bead you have on where Triss is. Call high or low for me.
High.
87. All right. Triss, the area is lit up by a diamond of lights.
Ooh. Pretty.
So it's so she should be able to see like hopefully further than she can
Sweet.
at this point.
Yeah. It'll definitely extend the range of your visibility.
Cool.
All right. Is that it for Mina Moreland?
Yes.
Okay. Bad Guys 1 is hauling ass. And Bad Guys 2. Let's see here. So, let's see if they realize something. They don't realize shit. All right. They continue fleeing at top speed.
Great.
Great. They are too close to you for them to have a good chance of juking you, so you are still clear shot.
Did the dancing lights help?
The dancing lights are helping. They sprung into being just ahead. They kind of veered around them.
Cool.
Bad Guys 2 and Quain. Or
Bless
do
you.
you guys not want to go? Just because.
I mean, I'm just catching up. I'm
Yeah,
just,
okay, cool.
I'm
We're
just
so
assuming
far
I'm just
behind.
running.
Yeah, Bad Guys 2 is them running away.
16.
16. That will hit.
Stop.
We believe in you, Triss.
2 points of damage.
I don't believe in you, Triss.
Dude, it's still up. These cats have so much health.
I'm sorry, these mangy cats. Well, maybe next round. We'll see.
We'll see. All right.
Hopefully this is worth it.
Mina Moreland,
If I move 30 feet,
if you move 30 feet,
I'm gonna move the dancing lights as a bonus action 60 feet.
okay? They
Well,
move.
sorry, they can move up to 60 feet. So I'm gonna move them to the, the threshold.
range.
Sure.
So basically, I think 30 feet then, but
Yeah,
still
30 feet.
kind of illuminating. Is the wolf we've all been shooting at within 320 at this point of
Within
me?
320, after 30 feet of movement.
Yes. Probably
Yes.
just barely. Last
Yes, it
one.
is. It's on the edge, but you can still
Last ditch
300 feet
effort.
away. You're shooting across a football field.
roll disadvantage.
Across 3, yeah.
Hey, at least we're not in daylight. I mean, with disadvantage, that's awesome. That's a 20. That's a dirty 20.
Shit, that hits.
Awesome.
Just a stab in the dark.
Yeah.
Did I hit?
I'll be sitting there muttering, like, are you
6 points?
Okay, Triss. You are just losing hope on being able to catch this one. When an arrow comes arcing out
Bolt.
through the
A bolt.
sky. A bolt, yes, a crossbow bolt, you pedants. It flies out.
It's actually called a
in an
quirrell.
arc. You can see it just kind of like falling more by gravity than anything else at this point, but it hits the cat square in the back of the neck and drops it.
A 15 perception check. Do I hear it die?
It sounds like a woman screaming, but yes.
Oh god, I hit Triss!
Oh no! What have I done?
Kobold, in the midst of a disarm check, being dismounted rather, manages to leap over to his friend's wolf.
What?
No way!
Insane!
What
What is this?
sort of shenanigans?
I'm starting to think we're not
nonsense?
supposed to get this thing.
Probably not.
All right, folks, let's see what we got now. So that was Mina Moreland. It's Bad Guys running toward the Diamond of Light. Bad Guys 2 is gonna keep hauling ass away.
Well, that's officially 5 episodes in before we've totally derailed this campaign.
Quite all right. I can keep laying rails ahead of you. Let's do it.
I like it.
They again get another. They move another 80 feet.
And I can move 60.
You were like
so
on
get an
pace with
action.
this one though. Like the whole time, I think you're
But he's
pretty
still
much on
getting,
pace with
10
this
feet
one.
further out with each round, except for that one. Except for that last one.
Right.
So I think you should be even with that last one. You should be even with that now. And now it just moved. So you're 80 feet. Because you caught up to 30. For what that's worth.
Right. And then I can get.
I'm glad I'm far behind. I'm so fucking glad.
Get that sleeping kobold!
That's probably gone now.
He's like 800 feet back there. I don't
Not
know
from
where he
you.
is.
Wait, you put one asleep?
One of the ones was asleep.
Fucking grab him! Get him! He can tell us where the rest of them went!
Yeah,
What
I.
is this,
probably-
your first day?
You probably just ran right by him, to be honest.
You just ran past him in the snow somewhere back there.
I guess I'll just keep this up out of sheer stubbornness and frustration.
Sheer spite.
Out of hoping to roll a 20 and down this cat as well
Okay.
What if you went for the rider?
for as long as I could. Well, I guess now I could go for the rider that has the key.
I feel like that's probably the best play
He's
at
sort of
this
riding
point.
shotgun at this point.
Yeah, I'll go for that dude then.
Because if
Come
you can
on.
knock him off
Come
with
on,
the
Chris,
key,
do
then
6. 12.
12 will not hit him, unfortunately.
Okay, we can keep this up until I lose him. Or we get bored.
Well, I think the folks at home might be getting bored. So,
I'm going back for the
Touche.
sleeping cold.
are we okay with me narrating how this plays out at this point?
do I have one more crossbow?
You could take one more Hail Mary. I'll let you have it. Roll this.
If I roll 2 20s, I'm going for the kobold with the key.
I mean, yeah.
No.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. So, Tony, could you look up for me how long does sleep last?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay.
I think we're right at the threshold of that, and I'm pretty
I
sure.
don't think we're right at the threshold. I think that it's probably starting to wear off as soon as. Ben, are you heading back to the sleeping kobold?
Yeah, I turned around. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
coming back.
To be, in all honesty, though, you should be like
Nice, but
within 30 feet of that thing, because you were like 60 feet away from it to begin with. So you should be relatively. You should
Yeah,
be
you've
like,
only been pursuing for a couple
You
of
should
rounds.
be
at
like
this
2
point.
rounds and like maybe of movement.
All right.
near it.
Yeah.
I'd
Now,
say
you are
within a
able
hundred.
to get back to it in enough time to put it in a headlock if you feel like it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this kobold.
All right. So, while you're doing that,
We lost them, Triss.
Triss, you don't lose them.
No.
Not right away, at least. So I'm gonna just roll this out. Let's abstract the pursuit
Okay.
and simplify the rolling involved.
Yeah.
So what I would like you to do is roll me survival untrained. Is basically at this point you are trying to keep up a high-speed pursuit against a mounted rider.
Oh man, so many 3s. 5.
5. Okay. So that's not great.
Thank you.
But it's not also a single roll is also not enough for them to
Yeah.
completely lose.
No,
you.
I got you.
So what you managed to do is that despite the ebb and flow of things,
Yeah.
you managed to chase them basically all the way back to their lair.
Oh, great.
Which is at this speed
Stress.
about an hour away.
Oh, great.
So do you follow them that far, or is there a point at which you say fuck this and break it off?
There would probably be, unless if it is like a full-on chase and I can't even. Yeah, because I mean,
You are pretty sure that you left your friends behind about a mile back.
yeah,
somewhere.
no, I hear you, and I assume they're making like it's an easy trail to follow. There's giant ass palm.
Oh yeah,
prints and
it's not
stuff.
hard to follow. You're pretty
Yeah.
sure you could pick this trail up again
After
in a heartbeat.
So
15
then, yeah,
minutes, maybe.
Yeah, at that point, I would probably stop.
Yeah, there's no additional snowfall during this night, so the tracks they're leaving are staying made.
Yeah, I would probably stop then.
All right, so
Just shoot a firebolt up in the air in frustration.
Wow, he got
Snowy Owl falls to the ground.
I saw a shooting star.
Make a wish.
I made a wish.
Does that mean your cat friend is still alive? What is my accent?
I had that same
Am I
problem.
Irish? Am I Hispanic?
I've had that
Nobody
same problem with my
knows.
session 0 in my last.
You've got a lot going on upstairs.
all over
and
the
I like
place.
that.
Sorry, I've been knocked around a lot. That was definitely not the right one. Must be all of that oxygen deprivation for my brain.
Oh my gosh.
I choked her so hard that she has a different accent.
Changed accents.
She's a different person altogether. I mean, mine comes
right.
and goes too, but it's not. You know.
Well,
Well, how's this going, Kane? Trish will be back.
I just hold up the kobold by its neck. Just be like,
Well, that was the sleeping one, so maybe it can give us a beat on whatever we're chasing. What is it we're chasing? I look at the halfling.
It just keeps making weird noises. It's terrible.
The halfling or the kobold?
What the hell the kobold up
I
to?
have a name.
Like a
darn it.
squeak toy.
Do they speak common? Can I understand
these
this
You
thing?
could probably sleeper hold it to speak common.
But I think she does. The halfling has a name, I believe.
Mariana Navaja. There we go. All I had to do was say the name. And now I'm back.
So if I'm not mistaken, there was something that fell in the snow that the kobolds have now.
Okay. Well, obviously, I came to rob you. You guys have been
Yes, quite obviously.
just excellent marks, and thank you very much for that.
Not sure how to take that.
I've been tailing you since Bryn Shander, sorry to say.
Do you have my money?
Well,
The whole.
portable hole?
You stole it from a fat guy.
You know,
named,
I have a
like,
lot of magic items. I have a portable hole, yes.
Give me my money.
It's not your money. It's my money. Well, that's a persuasive argument. You seem to have me at something of a disadvantage. So
I mean, he squeezed the cat to death. So
I did witness that. Yes, I had an excellent
while he was
view of it.
squeezing you to death.
So, my large.
I don't
violent
care
friend.
about anything else you may have nicked about anybody else, but
You can keep Smeg's money.
you can keep Snake's money. We just lost 500. That's all we ask. And then we can go about getting your golden key
Okay,
back.
okay. How about? Well, you know, you've got a good idea there, my friend.
He's
So,
a better talker than me.
Let's. How about we make a deal, okay? How about we go chase those nasty kobolds?
We'll see when Triss is back, but yes.
Well, yes, I'm sure. I think she's also going to be somewhat cross with me, so maybe you could throw in, maybe putting in a good word here so I don't get skinned.
Well, it depends. What are your terms? I
All
just
right.
made mine.
All right. So we go back. We, my friends, we go get my shiny gold key back from those kobolds, so I can go home and not get stuck in the middle of a frozen wasteland. And then I give you your gold back.
We demand 250 up front.
You are inconveniently shrewd, my friend, but I'm prepared to accept.
250 now, 250 later.
250 now, 250 later. I can do this. So, and sweeten the pot a little. I happen to know what that glove does. I could tell you. I also know somebody who might be happy to have that back.
That's not War Priest Danton?
Are they at this tavern in the middle of nowhere?
Oh, you believe anything anybody tells you. Yeah, of course. No, it's
There's a tavern in the
Whoa,
middle
whoa,
of
whoa,
nowhere.
whoa, whoa.
yes.
That's where the key goes.
The
I have-
key is it's a device. It's a portal key. In certain locations with the right topography, I can step through this door with the key, and I can end up back home in a nice warm tavern.
Which
So,
is not in the middle of another dimension.
it's
It's
just
not?
I don't know where it is. He doesn't tell me where it is.
Oh.
Very interesting.
But I just know that it works when I walk through the gates with it. And so, it just works.
Awesome. Yeah, no.
250 now?
250 now. And your small bag with exactly 250 coins in it.
Happens to be here. All right. Great. Let's go find our cat.
Yes,
Any
let's
luck?
go find those cats.
As Triss walks back to us, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably.
You can tell very quickly by my demeanor that I did not have any luck.
How did it go?
Well, I was unable to procure the key, but I did follow the trail, and I think we can find it again.
We're raiding a kobold lair!
Perhaps after a nap.
And some clothes.
Good point.
Yeah, it's much worse at my height, trust me.
Also true. Oh, well, we are on speaking terms now. Well, it's nice to finally meet you, my tiny friend.
Mariana. So, that's a neat trick you did with the purple fire and all that.
That was me.
Oh, well, that was a neat trick you did. You're very, very fast.
We all have our skills.
Indeed.
Crunch.
My goodness, you're like a bat.
That is. And you were trying to steal the glove from the wizard? That's what this was all about?
Yeah, I happen to know somebody who would like to have that and would pay handsomely for it. So, I give you his address, along with certain sums back. You can take the whole. You can take the freaking whole for all I care, as long as I get my key back.
Yes, that would be most welcoming.
Absolutely.
I just want to smack Smink with the hoe.
And on that note, I think that's our fiend moment for the night, folks.
Mwah.
Thank you for joining us for another episode.
Good night, everybody.
Things have gone completely insane, but I'm sure it's going to be fine.
We're raiding a kobold lair!
We're raiding a kobold lair.